my journal here, okay? In the journal, it's kind of like, these are kind of like templates, right? So say you're single now, right? Most people think they're just single. They can do whatever they want and it doesn't deter their growth for their future partner. So I were to write like a T chart, right? So I'm gonna put U for unproductive and P for productive. So things that I would do that's unproductive, right? Or things that maybe certain people do that's unproductive to their growth and they don't realize it because, again, they're single, they can do whatever they want. They feel hurt or somebody played them. Okay, I'm really about to get in my bag or whatever, right? I don't know. You know this generation. You just don't know. It's gonna say talking to multiple people. Boredom could result in you just not being focused. You're not focused. Think how when you're in a relationship, sometimes you lose focus. Sometimes I do, okay? I'll be focused, but 100% focused, no, because I have a whole person in my life that I'm also trying to keep happy, keep myself up, pay bills, work, go to school, pass my test, stuff like that, You're talking to multiple people, but instead, I'll do, so this is the side, and then I'll do an arrow across the T chart saying what is productive, writing out my goals. So I'm not at my home right now, but in my apartment, in my bedroom, I have a whiteboard. And each month I'll write, for an example, October's goals, okay? Then for November, I did November's goals. For productivity on the T chart, I'm writing my goals, okay? Instead of giving my energy to all of these people that, yes, cool to talk to people, but what is really the end goal? Helping me with my business venture. Am I helping you with your business venture? Are we just talking about, what you watching on Netflix, or how was your day, like small talk? I'm about to be an entrepreneur. I don't have time just to talk about small talk. How is this relationship going to be beneficial? Is God in the center of it? When you're single or when you're not single, I suggest these, because even when I was in a relationship, I was still writing down my goals. I was accomplishing my goals. I'm not going to say I was doing all of them, but I was accomplishing at least 50% of my goals. Watching a lot of TV, okay? I feel like it has been, even as a kid, okay, yes, I watch Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, but it's think about how time consuming it is. It's almost on the line of social media. If you aren't disciplined with social media, you could find yourself scrolling for 6 hours at a time, or being on TikTok for 6 hours at a time, or being on Twitter and just talking about a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo.
Not being productive.
Again, unproductive side, productive side, I'm gonna write an arrow and talk about what could be productive, okay? For me, I like watching a lot of YouTube. I love watching a lot of spirituality, girl talk videos, how to boss up. My aunt, so my big sister, she is running a multi-functioning Black-owned business, and I've watched her build this from the ground up in 3 years. I like to watch stuff like that. I like to watch spiritual videos, okay? How to connect closer, life around through words, okay? So I would say I'm watching a lot of TV and meaningless, okay? How can this context help my life right now? How? Like I said, is it about how to gain more money? Is it about an entrepreneur starting off? Is it about how to grow closer to God? Is it about how to stay positive mentally? Is it about how to eat better, you know what I'm saying, versus just watching something on Netflix for escapism, for avoidance, okay? And I'm not saying you can't watch a good TV show just to kick back, feel good, okay? I watch movies. I'm a movie lover. Maybe that's why I'm kicking TV shows. I'm a music lover, right? I'm a music lover, but I'm a movie lover more than TV, right? I like to indulge and escape sometimes, right? But I have a balance. 99% of the time, I'm focused, okay? I'm studying for my exam, or I'm reading, or I'm doing this. You don't have to do what I do. This is my lifestyle, okay? This is what makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just giving like examples, okay? One more thing of unproductivity. Let me write down one more. Let me think. Let's talk about money. Spending money aimlessly. Spending money aimlessly, right? Okay. We all do this. I do this. I'll spend money aimlessly on food, knowing it's so much better to cook that meal, okay? We live in a time where life is fast. Everything's all about convenience, accessibility. This is something that I'm really going to be strong about in my prayers. Hi, King Bean. Saving my money. Saving it. We think that our check that we get is just like, oh, it's just a check. It's just money. I'll make it right back. What if you don't make it right back? What if you get injured? You know what I'm saying? And versus that $400 that you saved up every week is getting chop, 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 because, you know, you don't feel like going to the grocery store. I got a job. I can afford this. Even if you can afford it, save it. Save it for a rainy day. And this same information I'm saying to y'all, oh, it's mental no for me. Because let me tell you something. When my boyfriend moved out, I hadn't cooked like a dinner meal until Thanksgiving. He moved out October 15th. I did not cook like a meal until November the 25th with my best friend. I'm telling you, like, when your whole lifestyle changes abruptly, sometimes it's just weird to be like so used to cooking in the kitchen with my boyfriend, you know, my significant other. I was cooking for him, or he was cooking for me, or I would come home late and dinner would already be prepped, or he'd be home and I'd be making dinner, you know, I'm starting to cook. Like those type of things. I was not used to just like jumping right back and like cooking for myself all over again. Or if I was making dinner, it would be something that I pop in the oven, you know. It was like an avoidance that I had in my spirit. I had to accept this transition, and I had to accept it wholeheartedly, because this is what God wanted for me. God wanted me to start looking out for myself again. God wanted me to start cooking again, okay? God wanted me to start, you know, making up new recipes for myself, okay? Like, it's okay. I had to realize that, to go through those emotions. And so now that I'm writing down spending money aimlessly, why am I avoiding my own kitchen? Like, why am I avoiding cooking again? I love to cook. Sometimes we don't know, but we have to write out these feelings for answers to come about. So instead of spending money aimlessly, really writing down a budget. Accountable, underline it. I just wanted to talk about the journaling aspect, because it has been a true gem in my life. Like, I cannot make this stuff up. And another thing, I only write with one pen from my journal. It's almost like dying, but I'll say this because everything is energy, right? No one else can touch this pen. No one else can write in this journal. Okay, this is my journal. This is my own energy. Same with tarot cards. You're not just gonna let anybody touch your cards or let someone shuffle your cards. That's not how it works. A specific pen, we have a specific journal. Very sentimental to you. This is like a diamond to you, and treat it as such. You want to treat your body as such. Treat your journal as the same, have the same standard. Talk about like just how to be okay. I don't have all the answers. I don't. But you know, at the end of the day, I want to be a mother one day. I want to be a wife one day. So I'm preparing myself solely for that when the time comes. I know that I want to be a wife one day, and I'm going to be someone's wife. Like, I'm gonna have the ring, and it's gonna be a fat ring, okay? Look at like things like that. It's kind of like, okay, well, how does a millionaire, a future millionaire, set themselves up for millionaire status? They probably don't go to the club. They probably spend many of their nights after their 9 to 5 writing and researching, surround themselves with millionaires, and then it goes up. If I'm telling myself I'm gonna be someone's wife and very soon, I know what I have to do. I can't just live my life aimlessly and do whatever I want because I'm single. No, not how it works. And God is calling me for something greater than that. The very first thing, purification. Purification of the mind, purification of the body, purification of the soul around me. I want people that are pure around me. I just don't want people that utilize just to numb themselves. I've seen that before. I've been around people like that before. I've never abused drugs. So, you know, I can't really say I know how it feels, but I've seen it. And it's like, I don't want that. This is my life, it's not yours. This is your life, it's not mine. I can't be one to judge. But I'm just saying, purification all the way around the board. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna have a glass or two of wine every now and then. Wine comes from the earth. But it's about moderation, okay? With my mouth, with my tongue, you know, out of mind, out of sight. Purification. So for me, I'm practicing celibacy, and that's something that I'm proud of. You know, no one has access to this. Literally, I am reserved. I'm reserved for God, and I'm reserved for my husband. Not my fiance, for my husband, okay? Because a fiance can be temporary. It ain't nothing to call off an engagement, right? People break up all the time. Now, divorce, I don't believe in that. Like, if I'm gonna marry you, we gonna be in this. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I view it. But that's where I was driven to do. That's what I'm going to follow through with. And I'm not even a really open type of person. So the fact that I am open on here about like my sex life and about like my life, and it's beyond me. This is God speaking through me. It's not just me speaking through ego or speaking through flesh. It's actually God.
I always thought, ooh, no, celibacy. What's that like? Ugh, no. What? I don't need to be celibate. What I need to be celibate for?
When you think about spiritual, magic, alchemy, think about chemistry, just energy, I don't care what nobody say, form of exchange. Whatever it is really nobody's business what's going on, but I'm opening up to you because I don't know, maybe this message can resonate with you. I don't know. Sharing yourself with someone is a beautiful thing, and it's also very dangerous because if you're not sharing it with the right person, that could be very detrimental to your growth mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Like, it's real. And I'm just, you know, I'm just building myself up for what I want. And the end goal is I want a ring. And the end goal is I want a husband. And no, I'm not going to be able to give my husband everything, but I am a child of God. I'm a woman of God. I'm going to be pretty darn close because I have God's model. I know what that looks like. I know what I can attribute. I know what my husband will be able to contribute and to attribute to. If celibacy is what I need to do to get closer to that, that's just what I'm going to do. And there's no cut cards. There's no cheat codes. It's either you want something or you don't. Not having sex in your life all the time is actually really good. Why? Because you are able to see things clearer. You're able to hear things clearer rather than you just having aimless sex and a man is hitting you upside the head, but the sex feels so good it don't even matter if he hitting you upside the head. I'm not being insensitive or anything. I'm just being so serious. Sometimes love can be so blind because you're so intertwined with someone spiritually that everything that they do is perfect. You know you don't got no business being in that relationship. I don't care how good a sex thing is. You want to live your life free, you want to live your life true, and you don't want no strongholds over you that you can't get out of just because you already gave yourself to a man or you already gave yourself away to a woman and you feel like you're obligated to give that person sex. Where did they go? Where they do that at? Let me know. Yeah, like, this is your life. You got one life to live. You can either be a superstar, you can either be a millionaire, you can either be a baby mama, you can be a single mama. There's nothing wrong with none of that. That's just not the life that I want for me. None of that, that's just not the life that I want for me. Like, my mother did her very, very best. Strong, beautiful Black woman. She did it alone. At the end of the day, my mother raised me from baby up until 18. It's hard, and doing it on your own. If I understand math correctly, it takes 2 to tango. You come to the realization, you make mental notes, you jot it down, and you're saying, you know what? I want X, Y, Z for my life, okay, God? Thank you for giving me this vision and able to see the unseen, God. Thank you. And when you write down all of those things you write down, things will manifest because you believe them. You better have some prayer. Make your prayers powerful. Make your prayers larger than your fear. Make your faith larger than your fear, okay? Make your visions larger than your fears. Whatever you see, whatever you visualize, it's already yours. The clothes, the estates, okay? The finances, the family, the friendships, the marriage, the motherhood, the fatherhood, you owning your own business, you becoming successful, whatever that is, whatever that looks like, you better own it, and you better start writing it down, and you better start praying on it, and you better start believing it, and then you just let it go into the ethers and just wait until it comes to you to manifest. This is not a game. It's not a game. This spiritual journey is not a game. It's not a game. We have this one life to live. Live it in a mediocre type of way, or you can live it in a super super extraordinary, super unique way that people want your type of lifestyle, because you knew that you weren't playing no games. You knew when you wrote what you wanted down many years ago that it was coming to you. The power is in your tongue. The power is in your word. The power is in your faith, and the power is in your walk.
Anything you want, it is your birthright. Abundance is your birthright, okay? Prosperity is your birthright. Health is your birthright. To be in love is your birthright. Healing is your birthright, okay? Joy is your birthright. Living in riches and living in gold pastures and marble floors and gold details throughout your home. That is your birthright, okay?
If you want to drive in a Bentley, if you want to drive in a Rolls Royce, if you want to drive in a Jaguar and anything, that is your birthright. You just have to know how to get from square one to the next point. This message is just so beyond me. I have to give it all the praise to God. When you are covered when you are living your life in the truth, when you are living your life in love, don't let anything that is unproductive come in your way of your productivity. Do not let anything that is unproductive come into your life that is unproductive, that is low vibrational, that is going to knock you down, that when you share something positive with them, oh, they like, oh yeah, girl, for real, oh, how you do that?
Versus, what? Girl, what? You did what?
If you giving out love and energy and that love and energy don't come back to you, dismantle it, sever it, cut that cord. People that love you, people that are saying they're praying for you, hold them dear, baby. Hold them dear. Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. Everybody don't have your best interest at heart. And I'm telling you, people like us that love, that are genuine, that love, your love is exclusive. The gifts that you got is exclusive. The places you going is exclusive. The visions you got for this world is exclusive. And so when the right time comes, your soul tribe is gonna build. It's gonna grow. It's gonna be so loved and adorned in God that everybody's gonna want a seat at the table because you stayed focused. Your faith is bigger than your fears. Your dreams is bigger than your fears, okay? Let your walk be bigger than your fears. And sometimes I was ready for those opportunities. Oftentimes I was not ready for those opportunities. Why? Because I was walking in fear and I was not walking in my faith. No matter what room you enter, let your faith be bigger than your fear. Your dreams be bigger than your fears. Let your visions be bigger than your fears. Let all of that be bigger than your fears. I want to close this in a prayer. To the divine creator, to the divine Father, I thank you for this day, God. Thank you for a new month of December, God, that a lot of people have not seen, God. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this moment in time, God. Thank you for everything that you bestowed in my life, God. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my voice. Thank you for my family, God. Thank you for the gift of hearing. Thank you for the gift of seeing, God. Thank you for the gift of speaking, God. I pray that everyone that is watching this video, anyone that is watching this video, God, I pray that you protect them, that you anoint them, that you heal their body, that you heal their soul, God, that you make everything known to them, God. If there's any confusion, if there's any chaos, God, I ask that you dismantle it, God, and that you just let them walk in your glory, that you just let them walk in your life, that you just let them walk in your love, God, and anything that you have destined for us, God, just please allow us to walk on the straight and narrow, God, so that we don't backtrack, so that we don't become stagnant, God, so that we don't revert back to old childish ways that are just self-sabotaging to us, God. I just say thank you so much for everything that you've done, everything that you're going to do, the voices, the prayers, the cries that you have anointed, God, the pain that we've gone through, God, please deliver us, God. Thank you for everything, God. Thank you for this message that I'm going to send to my spiritual channel on YouTube, God. I ask that this touches many, many lives, God. Just thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you for what you've done, God. And please, I ask you, show me, what do you want from my life, God? How do you want me to impact this world with my carbon blueprint, God? Just show me, God, and help me to understand things when I do not understand, God. Anything that is bothering, troublesome to anyone who is here in this video, watching this video, God, just please continue to shed light on their life. Please continue to shed light and love on their life. Share joy, share abundance, share peace, send health, send healing, send angels to touch them, God. Please, God, please. As we come to you, we say thank you. We are a child of you. We are a child. We are children of you, God. We love you. We love our neighbors. We love ourselves. And we are not mistaken in anything else, God. And all of these beautiful things, in Jesus' name I pray, amen. Okay? Peace and bliss. Love you, family. Peace.